Dean Williams from Pike Racing, counties on Saturday, race 4, Made of Steel.
Older mare is zooming. She's got the 4 kilos off with Informesh from Gwindasami aboard. She said trial to get ready for this, and I think she'll need one more run, but she should still be competitive.
Race 6, Sacred Day.
Horse Tony's had a lot of time for. Obviously was a very impressive winner at Hastings last preparation. With this rain about though, I think he's a very doubtful starter.
Race 7, Terra Sancta in the Counties Cup.
Brilliant second last start at Ellerslie, steps up to the Counties Cup trip. A mare that I think is going to be very competitive in all the Cups races over the summer, the spring and summer months. Looks like a very strong field, but I think she's a huge chance.
Race 8, Bostonian in the Counties Bowl.
Seems to have come back from his Brisbane trip in great order. He's been working up extremely well here at Cambridge. Fresh up, he might be a touch vulnerable, but I think he's a class horse.
Race 9, Treasure.
Look, was a fraction maybe disappointing first up, but I think she needed the run and things didn't quite go to plan. I don't think the rain's much of a concern either. I expect to see an improved run, but wait for when she gets up over past a mile.
Andrew, your runners at Counties on Counties Cup Day. Race 1, Zenyatta.
Rain around, but given the track should suit. The 2400 a question mark, but she is nominated for some Cups assignments later in the season, so we'll see how she goes.
Race 2, Break My Stride.
He was just a little bit disappointing in a sprint home last start, first go at a mile. Again, given the ground ideal for him and a wide draw should suit, he'd just get out and do his own thing.
Same race, the consistent Gundown.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a freshen up, was just sort of exposed a bit last start at Matamata left in front, back to the mile. Look, he'll improve with it, and heading up to a middle distance next time will be ideal.
Race 4, Camino Rocoso.
Sticking to the 1400, just want to give him one more run there and then get to the mile with him. Look, he's just a runner's chance, he's always thereabouts each way.
Race 5, the Group 2 Auckland Thoroughbred Breeders, 3 runners, Love Affair.
Look, she's backing up off a firm track last start, just a muddling run race at the mile at Taronga didn't suit her. This race does look more suitable, just wouldn't want it too wet.
Nicoletta.
Flying, she's going very well. Again, just a sprint home didn't suit her, she was just out sprinted by a better horse on the day, but wherever she lines up at the moment she'll be hard to beat.
And Your Way.
Yeah, she's coming up nicely, just probably needed these first couple of runs back. Given the ground is definitely what she's looking for, so look, if she runs, she's a definite each way chance.
Race 7, the Group 3 Counties Cup, two runners. We'll start with Maygrove.
Maygrove has his fair share of weight, he's an honest horse, dared 5 or 6 is ideal and he'll try his best.
And the impressive last start winner, Mongolian Marshall.
Yeah, a horse that's always shown a lot of promise, looks a nice stayer in the making, he gets in well with 53. Terra Sancta was a very good run in that same race last start. He probably meets her a couple of kilos better, and look, a wet track shouldn't worry him too much.
Race 9, Crafty Jess.
She's probably a doubtful starter at this stage.
And the winner of its last 2, Rhinestone Cowboy.
Yeah, he's look, a promising horse. He's going to step through the grades pretty quickly, hopefully, but it's never ideal for an inexperienced horse to rush through them too quickly. The query would be if the track got wet and sort of quite loose, he'd probably struggle in it. He needs reasonable footing, so probably just watch that.
Shaune Ritchie, your runners this weekend. Counties on Saturday. Race 1, Black Magic Woman.
Yeah, look, she'll appreciate the given the ground for sure. She's been consistent all winter, and probably a last crack at a good wet track. She's always honest. She's going to get a run for your money.
Race 4, Swiss Watch.
Yeah, it was a bit of a debacle last start. He took on the leader and obviously had no chance. So he does need reasonable footing. If it got very, very wet, his chances would definitely not be as strong. But I expect him to run super from a great draw if the fence holds up.
Race 6, White Shield.
Same story. Lovely horse. Does want a reasonable sort of a track. Great run first up. Just got nabbed late and he's improved a little bit with that. So he's a nice each way bet in a pretty even field.
Race 7, Excalibur.
Yeah, track conditions again with him. He hasn't been tried on a wet track for a while if the rain develops on the day. However, he's going very well. I see 16 to 1. He's perhaps a little bit overs. He's going to run cheeky, although I do think he'll be better for the Waikato Cup.
And Cambridge on Sunday, race 2, He's a Big Hope.
Yeah, lovely horse. He bit went through his mouth last time, so forgive his first up run. He's trialled nicely, run second since then, and big strong horse back in 3-year-old grade only in a maiden mile. He's going to be competitive at big odds.
Race 3, Take It Like a Man.
Yep, he was disappointing at Ellerslie last time from a very good run. I think he's better ridden cold, perhaps ridden him a little bit handy from barrier 1 last time. So he'll get back and run on strong.
And race 7, The Good Fight.
I like this horse a lot. I think he'll be a nice stayer in time. He's still at a mile, perhaps looking for 2,000. From barrier 1, we'll use our draw. He does handle his ground a bit off, so if it's a little bit wet, it won't worry him, and he's a big chance.
Stable pick for the weekend.
Look, I'd go with The Good Fight for value, and perhaps Swiss Watch if the ground holds up for our best bet.
Counties on Saturday. Race 6, debut winner, Laurent.
Drawn out a bit, going to get her back from the draw. She'll be hitting the line well, but it might be a bit tough from that draw.
Zapur, same race.
Yeah, should love the track. She's drawn out a bit as well. First crack at 1400, which is the big question mark. But if she gets to 14, she'll be a chance on a wet track.
Race 8, Power Dream in the bowl.
Yeah, certainly racing her outside her class. She doesn't get in great at the weights. Horses 10 points ahead of her on level weights, but she's well and would love to see her just get a bit of black type.
Race 9, King's Cross.
Drawn the car park, hopefully that's the right place to be by the end of the day. Very good last start, and he'll get some of it with luck.
Ringatiki, race 5, Starry Beale.
Yeah, really like him back up over ground this time, just don't want too much more rain. But getting him up over ground is a big key. His runs have been great, and he looks very well placed here. The track's good to den.
Angie runners at Te Rapa on Sunday. Race 1, Lady Blue.
Lady Blue again could run in this race. It does look a very strong race though for a horse having her first start, so we'll just weigh it up. If she does gain a start in one of the other fields she's entered for, she'll probably run in one of those, or she could head to Rotorua Wednesday, but one to keep an eye on.
Race 2, 2 runners, Scooter and Thomas Aquinas.
Scooter, a very doubtful runner from the wide draw. We'll just see what the field sort of shapes up like closer to the time with scratchings. Thomas Aquinas, very consistent, honest horse, 3-year-old against his own age group at the mile, should be perfect.
Race 3, Can You Miss and Spectra.
Can You Miss will probably get back and lead the run a little bit. Spectra's knocking on the door and backing up off her run from last week. She should be tough.
Race 4, Apolido.
Doubtful runner again from a wide barrier draw. Once again, we'll just have to assess the scratchings in the morning and see whether it's worth running him, but he's one to follow. He's a nice scopy horse, just a little bit dumb yet.
Race 6, Lady Lira.
Yeah, she's been disappointing. We went up to Ruakaka last week on a firm track. We've put her in this weekend, hoping for a little bit of give in the ground. Should suit her. She's drawn nicely.
Race 6, Triple Diamond.
Doubtful runner, just an awkward enough barrier draw. She can kick off anywhere in the next couple of weeks.
Race 7, Cut a Deal.
Nice horse on the way up, just sort of looking to giving him one run and head towards perhaps a middle distance race for 3-year-olds at Ellerslie the middle of December. So he'll run well, but it's a tough 65 mile.
Same race, Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin a wide draw. Again, there's no rush to get him to the races, so he's a doubtful starter.
Race 8, Spring Delight.
Promising filly by Tavistock. She might need a run or two to show her best, but she's one worth following.
And Western Girl, same race.
Yeah, look, if she runs here, she'll go well. Obviously, her first run at Avondale was an eye catcher, and she'll just improve with more racing.
And race 9, Queen of Diamonds.
Very promising filly. Forgive her last start, she was trapped wide in a muddling run race. Hit the line solidly, and I think if she gets any luck in the run, she'll be very hard to beat.
Stephen, your runners at Te Rapa on Sunday. Race 2, Let Me Tell You.
Yeah, ultra consistent filly. Very good run last start, just drew wide a bit, had to work. Drawn better here, back against her own age group. It's a very tidy field, but she's right on it.
Race 4, Demisel.
You got her in 2 races, just keep an eye on the fields, which race she runs in. She was ultra stiff last time, never got a crack at them. Any luck here, and she's a real chance.
Also Jojo Rocks in the same race.
Yeah, just a fair run first up, stepping up to 1400. We're going to ride her cold. Just want to see her in the line, but probably better suited next start over a mile.
Race 5, a few runners are there. We'll start with Stage Hit.
Stage Hit, drawn the car park, may not run, but she's a horse you can have a little bit on when she goes to the races each way.
Same race, the consistent place getter, the last word.
Drawn nicely, certainly gets her chance here, hoping she gets out of maiden company.
And Trip in Time.
Yeah, we'll ride her cold, Taiki Yanagita on. If she makes it, she's on the ballot. I would just like to see her in the line, but she'll be better suited over further.
Race 6, Highfalutin Gal.
very consistent, been racing in strong company, drawn wide, needed a little bit of luck, but she has got a fair bit of class.
Sweet 19, same race.
We'll just want to see her just get back, hit the line really well. She'll be better suited second up over 14.
And Van Irving.
Classy filly, fresh up. She'll get back from the wide draw. Just want to see her hitting the line, and you'll see more of her over Christmas.
Race 7, Marsu.
Probably won't get a run. He's a fair way down on the ballot.
Mr. Trump.
Blinkers back on, quick improver.
Al Mackay.
One on the ballot, should like the rain affected track, can bounce back and improve her form on last start.
Dean Williams from Pike Racing, Counties on Saturday, race 4, Made of Steel.
Aldermere is zooming. She's got the 4 kilos off with Informesh from Gwynda Sami aboard. She said a trial to get ready for this, and I think she'll need one more run, but she should still be competitive.
Race 6, Sacred Day.
Horse Tony's had a lot of time for. Obviously was a very impressive winner at Hastings last preparation. With this rain about though, I think he's a very doubtful starter.
Race 7, Terra Sancta, the Counties Cup.
Brilliant second last start at Ellerslie, steps up to the Counties Cup trip. A mare that I think is going to be very competitive in all the Cups races over the summer, the spring and summer months. Looks like a very strong field, but I think she's a huge chance.
Race 8, Bostonian in the Counties Bowl.
Seems to have come back from his Brisbane trip in great order. It's been working up extremely well here at Cambridge. Fresh up, he might be a touch vulnerable, but I think he's a class horse.
Race 9, Treasure.
Look, was a fraction maybe disappointing first up, but I think she needed the run and things didn't quite go to plan. I don't think the rain's much of a concern either. I expect to see an improved run, but wait for when she gets up over past a mile.